prayer of Amun-Rayay, written by partner Bab Yaanuwn. The cooks of book be Amun-Rayay. Wuna bad mu Maudu hu. Umadayad hu. Umuter hu. Li Panan Zaman hu Makat. Partner Bab Yaanuwn. Kalel Hamadad Ater Le Amun-Rayay. Natar Shalil Pa Patet hu Pa Taha. Anuke Nwapu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his caparoi and his warner for this day and time, Panabab Yaanuwn. All praises for Amun-Rayay, Nathar over the heavens and the earth. I am the Wapian.
Okay. Nathar over the heavens and the earth is what it says. Amun is overseer of the heavens and the earth.
Overseer,
for people that
yes.
speak English.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Hart. And now that first physical experience.
Yes. For the past couple of weeks or so, it's been very challenging. I've been going through some things. However, last night, after I retired for the evening, I was just tossing and turning and couldn't, get to sleep at all. So I did sleep for maybe I'll say 3 hours or so, but then I woke up again at around 3:30. And when I wake up, I always look outside. And I'm looking for stars or crafts or something like that in the sky, but it's been overcast. So I saw that the moon, it was like a half moon or something. So I looked further into the sky, and it was bright. The stars were out really bright. It was clear. I could see the Messiah star. I could see a craft, and it was blinking, and I could see the red light and everything. It was maybe 5 or 6 different celestial bodies that I could see in the sky. So at that point, when I saw them, I started doing this mantra that's from the book of Urim and Thummim. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, of the high priest from the book.
That's right, Urim and Thummim. Yeah, Urim and Thummim.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, omnipotent, O light, you are led by way of the light, and that light is in your light, O light. I am in the light, and the light is in me. And I said that, looking at the stars that were in the sky, because I felt a connection. I felt energy. I felt good. And like I said, this is 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I just laid back in bed, and I was just concentrating on that mantra that I said. And I got up early. I think I got maybe 5 or 6 hours of sleep. I got up, but I felt like I had 8 or 9 hours. And I was energized. I had an extremely good day. And it just felt like that was the turn. That was the turn that I needed, was that energy from my family, as Amun puts it. So right. I just wanted to share that with my family.
Well, very good. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what she's saying. Yeah, I've been waking up 3:30 also, so it ain't you only, sister. It's something going on, and we getting that high energy effect. Yeah, I've been waking up and experienced a lot of spirituality and thing. I can see that I'm getting strong in my energy wise, and my vibration is raising up, especially when I go out around noontime. And I gaze at the sun, and I walk out of there in the grass, ground myself without no shoes on. And when I'm looking at the sun, I see the vortex. I see it changing. I see the rainbow color come from it, and then I also see the spiral of the sun coming. They turn black.
That's right.
Then I also see when I close my eyes, it go red. The orange come in, and then it get green, and it turn blue. A dot. It'll be a blue like a figure being, and I know that's your energy, so I understand and I feel you when I do that every time.
All right.
So I just want to let you know. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else before we start the Q&A? All right.
I got one.
Very good.
So there's been something going on social media with an artist that I like, and I'm young, and you know, I tend to like an artist and become a little bit biased. And then this time around, it was like a bit of drama going on with this person. And usually when I see drama with this person, I tend to get like their negative energy vibes from it, even though I'm not even involved. I remember that like when I was like 16, and I remember I really hated it. And so now this time around, it's kind of like the same. And I told myself that I'm not going to get into this energy.
That's right.
And like anytime I scroll on Instagram or any social media, like because now it's like all over social media. I told myself my main goal is just to post a class and then get off of it and just scroll off and not even pay attention to it and neither get the energy vibe from it. So
what type of art is it?
I changed up.
What kind of art is it?
Oh, it's a rap. It's a rapper. He's a rapper, so.
Oh, I follow you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you know it's time to overcome that. That's another little small challenge for you, another small bump in the road that you will overcome, and you look back at that too, because this too will pass. All right. Next question.
I have one also, Amun.
All right.
I had reached out earlier to Patah in D.C. to help me with the Google Drive and the downloads that we had spoken about earlier.
Yeah.
And he had explained that he wasn't available, and I respect that, and that he would reach out to me once he had time and he was in front of his computer at home. And I said, okay. But however, for some strange reason, I told him, I said, you know, I'm not that tech savvy, and I don't claim to be, that you have to hold my hand, you have to spoon feed me, click on this, click on that, go over here, go over that, very basic, in other words. So we're communicating on text. I said, let's try something different. I said, I want you to, if you could think about the instructions and pretend I am there talking, and we're talking together, and you're telling me step by step how to do the download and everything. And so he agreed. He said, yeah. I said, so just focus on that. I said, I know, you're not available, but focus on that you're telling me how to do it. And I'm going to concentrate and focus on receiving. He's telling me how to do this, so I know he's right here. So after class, I'm going to reach out to him because I was able to do it. I think I did it correctly, but I'm going to reach out to him after class to confirm. But I'll be excited to find out what happened.
And so am I. I'd also like you all to do some research into remote viewing. Write it down. Remote viewing. Do some deep research into remote viewing. That's a program that they have at the Farsight Institute, for one thing. And when I was in New Orleans and at my Claiborne bookstore, which I had another one in Jefferson Parish, I was teaching class there. And when class was over, we went outside. We could clearly see Nibiru out in the sky. There was maneuvering and the Hale-Bopp comet at that time. But you could see it with unaided eyes. You could see it clearly. And the head of the Farsight Institute said, yeah, that is Nibiru. That is the craft Nibiru. And later on, when I got back in my Jefferson Parish class, I got to know the manager of the program personally. And I called him up to repeat what he said to me about that was Nibiru. And he said, there are people in the office with me right now, Pastor Darisberg, and I don't remember having a conversation with you like that at all, and what have you. So I said, man, okay, must be the government there. But the remote viewers are the ones. I used to do quite a bit of remote viewing, and I have to start doing it again. For example, my student Susie Campbell in Brooklyn, New York, the sister in the 80s. I used to go to her, remote view, and she would be laying on the couch in the living room. I could tell her what color her robe was and what she was doing, what she was looking at, etc. I would go to Hotep Harry Johnson, the brother's in here in the room with me right now, or go to the sister Anukas in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
I remember you saying that.
Say it again.
I remember you teaching us that in early classes.
But we had to get into it a lot more because that's a skill that's going to come. It's going to be very important to you in the future and also in the present. But I'm very glad that you're using pictures and telepathy in that way. I'm very happy about that. Thank you for sharing that. All right, and I just got off the phone with him, so he said he told me he's going to call me about 5 o'clock tomorrow, so we can get that together too. So I'd like to have you on the line with us at that time. So when I get in touch with him, I'll get in touch with you. All right. That first question.
Yeah, Moon. I want to ask you about the 3-8.
Rahul back, Terry T. Go ahead.
Moon, I will actually have you heard about they talking about the 3AI.
The 3AI.
Yes, it's something in the media. They come out of comic.
Oh, okay. The recent one, right?
Yes.
The 3I Atlas.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I did touch on that. But anything you can give us to enlighten us more would be appreciated.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do research. I don't know if you've seen it, but I can tell you.
I have something new about it.
Okay, go ahead, guys.
I'm on Express.
The 3-Eye Atlas, for 19 minutes, it went off the radar. And whenever it came back, it appeared with the 9 orbs. But it went off the radar, and they couldn't find it for 19 minutes straight.
And it came back with what?
3-Eye Atlas?
Okay, I don't understand. I know the 19 minutes is a sign of my coming. The number 19 is I'm also opposite the 19th imam, and, you know, that's my number, infinity. But in relation to this comet, are they saying that it's a new extraterrestrial object that's interstellar and it's not from this solar system?
Yes.
All right.
They're saying the one following it, Swan, coming from the Aquarius star system, is a bigger ship that sent the Atlas from a different direction. They're saying they're working together in conjunction.
I know there was one coming from Andromeda recently too.
Right. That's the Atlas in Pleiades.
Okay.
And Swan is Aquarius.
Well, I'm familiar with the Pleiadians. I met two of them in person in San Diego, a man and a woman on my lawn. You know, and they came up threatening me about about the Ansar doctrine I was spreading all over the city and the Holy Qur'ans that I was getting from the king and crates. I was ordering them by the hundreds and just giving them to people. But I also had contact with Pleiadians. Once I was in a room, it was pitch black, and I saw a searchlight in the sky a long way away, the biggest searchlight I saw, and it was scanning the ground like it was looking for something. They were looking for something. And I turned away from it, and the next thing you know, I was right in the beam of that headlight. And then they sent down an effigy, or not a statue, but like a artificial bust of a male being. It was pale white, and it was animated like it could talk. And it asked me, said, "Are you afraid of me?" And I thought for a minute, and I said, "No, I'm not afraid of you." And then it disappeared. And another time, I was in another realm. I was sitting on the arm of a couch. That's what it felt like to me. And on the couch, there were 3 Pleiadians, 3 pale people, 2 men and a woman between them. They were sitting down, and the woman had a briefcase open, and they were writing. And they were asking me questions. It was like I was deep in hypnosis. And I didn't wake up in a way to let them know I was conscious, because I wanted to keep that state, or projecting that state, because I wanted to see what it is they were doing. And they were asking me a lot of questions. And I just kept answering them. And I answered so many questions, I started getting embarrassed. at how good I am. You know, my nature is so agreeable. I'm so good. I was sheepish. I was real embarrassed by that. So I woke up and I told them, I said, I didn't know I was that good, you know, and they jumped up and shocked, pulled up their stuff and ran out the door to the side. But there's also a video that we've been sending out from the Pleiadians. I don't know if you all have seen it, from Yaanuwn's World. I sent it to you in the link. I think it's worth checking.
Yeah.
I think it's something.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I think it's something worth checking out. So go back to your Thursday's post, and you see Yaanuwn's World at the top of it, and listen to what the Pleiadians are talking about. All right. Okay. Now, those of you that have a Holy Injil authored by Passcode, Yaanuwn, get it. And if you don't, you can just look it up on the internet. Now, I've been putting the Injil, thanks to the sister Kifa Amun and her sister. We have it, so you can look up the link for the Injil, because there's been a lot of activity. Go ahead.
No, it's Kim. Let's say Rahubat.
Rahubat. Glad to get you on. There's been a lot of activity in the Chatterverse from Sabians and the Wabians. I was talking to one of the ex-triad members, Mentu Hotep, and he was telling me something that I know is quite true. He was saying that we all have to start coming together as one again, because there's too much fracturing, too many different sects, you know, Sabians and Nawabians and all these different factions, you understand? And that's a form of divide and conquer. It's evidence that the enemy is working on us from within. Right? All right. Go to page 183. Let me know when you're there. Unc, I know you have the Injil. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
All right. At the top, I want you all to know that I am also Ahmed. And you may say, well, if you're Ahmed, how can you be Amun? Well, that would be no different than Imam Issa being Chief Black Eagle, or Passcode Yaanuwn, or Dr. Malachi. All these different personalities come through us. All right. Him that overcometh, will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go out no more. Shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven for my God, and will write upon him my new name. Now his tafsir explanation in gray is, him who is Muhammad Ahmed al-Mahdi, son of Abdullah and Amina, that conqueror, overcomes, will I, Malachi Zoduck, make a pillar in the temple of my Creator, Yahweh, sometimes called Allah, Eli, or God, because as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. It is all a part of prophecy, that it all shall be as the days of Noah, whose real name is Utnapishtim, son of Lamech and Camila, when the end of the world will be near, and he will come out no more. And I will write upon him the name of my Theos, and the name of the city of my Theos, which is the New Jerusalem, was stepping down from Hashamayim al-Samawati, or the heavens, skies, from my Theos, and I will write upon him my new name. And that's what y'all see in my forehead in the pictures in green light. That's the name of the Creator, Al-Hayu, and all the things that he said. All right. All right. Now I'm looking for... Also, go to page 304. Page 304. For those people that are still confused about who I am, or not knowing that we come down in a group in 1970, the breaking of the seventh seal, March 16, 1970 AD. Let's go to page 304 and start at the top. The stars, which were the 29 comets sighted, signaling the opening of the seventh seal in 1970 AD, especially Bennett. Now, Ben is how you say son in Hebrew, but Benat means the children, signifying that it was more than one of us. But his light shone the brightest. That's why they called him Bennett, the bright star. Especially Bennett on March 16, 1970 AD. And Halley's Comet, last seen in 1986 AD, and this is how astronomers logged it. The year 1970 was a record year. There were 29 comets observed. There were 5 new near-parabolic and 2 near-periodic comets, 11 recoveries of periodic comets, 2 comets from 1968 and 1969. 4 of these comets were naked eye objects. 1970 will be remembered for a spectacular object comet called Bennett. Right? Now, what's really important, if you go down to the bottom of the page, to the small print tafsir, explanation by Passcode Yaanuwn, the author of this book. The true story of Bennett, and this is another thing that confuses me about these Sabians and other people, and I love them, they're all my family, but they don't know it. The thing is that they claim to believe in Passcode Yaanuwn. They claim to believe in Malachi Z. York. But they pick and choose what they want to believe as far as what he says. Like they keep calling him the Messiah. That's a damn lie. Stop lying on the man. There was one short video in which he said succinctly, I am not the Messiah, nigga. Look at my mouth. Don't do that to me. I am not the Messiah, never was and never will be the Messiah. The beloved Jesus, I am not the Messiah. He said it over and over again. Don't do that to him. But these niggas keep clowning. You know, you have to reflect on the Athens ball, the last ball he gave, when he stepped up on the podium and looked into the audience and the Wabians, and there were many of us there, and he said, you Nawabians are those fallen angels. Many of us were there and know that. And a lot of these elders that sit there and help just stand by while they tell these damn stupid lies because they're young and full of piss and vinegar, don't just say, well, cool your jets, young blood. You know, cool your jets. A lot of these things that y'all just perpetuating and spreading out there is just rumor, innuendo, and it's not, you're lying on the master teacher and on the Messiah. All right. The true story of Bennett. We arrived 1970 AD. They knew little of our natures, and out of their ignorance called us comets. We shone brightly against the inky blackness of the heavens, leaving long luminous tails scores of light years behind us. My light shone the brightest, so they called me Bennett, the bright star. I followed my orbit, which curved in a parabola around the sun to a distance within their range of vision. They charted our passing March 16, 1970 AD as one of the most spectacular stellar events they had ever witnessed.
This call will be recorded.
There were 29 of us all together that year of the opening. So how many of the elders were there? 29. There were 29 of us all together that year of the opening, not just him. It wasn't Ben, it was Bennett. 1970 AD, we have been dispatched into the universe to clean up the filth, and I'm doing it right now, clean up the filth incurred by men. 5 of us were new and had been assigned 2 masters as guides. 11 of our team had been to Earth at a prior date as a pre-visual to me. There were 2 others who had made the journey 2 years before, 1968 AD, and another 8 who had come in 1969 AD, and then there was 1 more of the 29 of us. Only 4 were destined to be seen by the eyes of men. The rest would pass unnoticed, carrying out the command, doing a very necessary job. Right? So now, Is there clarity in that right there? Do you understand that clearly?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did he come here? Was Bennett something that happened with one individual?
29.
No.
That's right. But at that time, his light shone the brightest. But I know that is Ahmed. When I met him in Brooklyn for the first time, when I flew there from San Diego, as I was acting imam over the city of San Diego, I saw him enter the room. This little black fellow with a white jalabia, simply dressed. I didn't even think it was him, but he was shining with that light so bright, brighter than the sun. I saw what John saw on the Isle of Patmos when he fell at his feet as if he were dead. And he put his hand out and said, "See thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant," right? I saw that light, and it was the biggest aura I had ever seen since I've been seeing auras all my life. But it extended all through the walls. And I never forgot seeing that aura, that bright aura of his. And many years later, when he was locked up in penitentiary in Florence, Colorado, I brought that up again. And he stopped me and he said, "Look, guess what I was looking at all the time you were staring at my light?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "I was staring at your light." Isn't that something? There's not an earthly light that you can see. You can't see that with your two eyes. It's a spiritual light. And everybody can't see it. I know Dr. Robert Kimbrough, that used to live on Tamaray, often told me that he saw my light, even though he was against me and an enemy to Malachi. He bragged about how he gave us the wrong medicine and tried to kill us and this, that, and the other. That's why he was put off the land, because Malachi saw his light too. It was red, I'm sure. But you got to know one thing about a lot of these Nawabians and Sabians, different ones, and I want y'all to put some seatbelts on, but they are real reptilians. You hear me? Real reptiles. A lot of them are not kidding.
Overstand.
I'll tell you something about reptiles, and you'll notice that about people around you. Reptiles don't sweat. I never told you that before, but I'll tell you now. They don't sweat. They work, but they don't sweat.
I know I'm not.
Say it again.
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
Okay, in the inshell it says that 4 were to be seen by men. I know that was you, Malachi, and who were the other 2?
Elijah, Muhammad, and Moses.
Moses. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Kawahat.
I love you. But you have to understand that a lot of these reptilians are part of our family. Right? Malachi wrote me one of the letters he wrote me, and he opened up by saying, "Ahmed, you are not food." Now, what does that sound like to you all? It sounded like some of you here, will be food.
Right.
Yes.
On the menu.
Now, when Enki moved to Ganawa in Africa, in South Africa, and they where they ran into the Sands people, right? Har and I were talking about this last night. But I want to tell him, in case he didn't know this, that the Anunnaki, were eating the Sands people. They were eating them until Enki. Oh, you knew that? Huh?
They ain't raping them too.
Say it again. Yeah, they liked them.
I said they ain't raping them as well.
Oh yeah, they was raping them. But then they were eating the Sands people of Africa until Enki consorted with one of the women, copulated, and had children by her, and then he commanded them to stop doing it, right? So I was talking to Malachi one time, and I asked him quite frankly, I said, "Do you eat people?" Because I know a lot of people bear witness to the fact they've seen him shape-shift into a reptile, as I've seen quite a few Nawapians do. Some right here in my own home. They'll remain nameless, but I saw them clear as day, reptiles. And
Yeah.
He didn't try to defend it by saying, I'm not a reptile. But what he said is this. No, I don't eat people, but I have friends. I have friends that do. You understand?
I got you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Were those Anunnakis, were they disagreeable or agreeable?
Some were, agreeable and disagreeable in every species. So some were agreeable and some were disagreeable. You follow me?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I forgot.
Now, if you all could go to page 441 in your NGO, let me know when you're there. Page 441.
I'm there.
All right. And this is the mistranslation by King James I'll start with. I want to let you all know that I'm not only Ahmed, I'm also one of the two witnesses. And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. And the correct translation by transliteration by Padabab Yaanuwn, and I, John, son of Zebedee, and Salome, will give to my two witnesses, Moses, whose real name is Tubal-Adonijah, also called Thutmose III, and Ahmed, also called Muhammad, both being the sons of oil, were given the ability to predict, and both said someone was coming after them. This ability lasted for 1,260 days, equal to 42 months, or 3.5 years, and upon them will be wool fabric, which is a garment of thick, coarse haircloth made from goat's hair. Right? Now we go to the next page, 443. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. These two, the news bearers, Moses and Muhammad, known as the sons of oil, they are two olive trees. They are called the sons of oil because they represent the source of light of the truth. And the two candlesticks, the first being the congregation of Sardis, which is Jerusalem, and the second being Philadelphia, which is Al-Islam. In front of them of the planet Earth is the menorah. Then it goes to 444 at the bottom. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. Which brings me to a brother on the Wabian in Florida. Madudi is his name, and he was a guard for Imam Issa in Brooklyn. A pretty devout brother. But he had his personality glitches, flickering genes, and he asked me to, because he had an incurable disease, he asked me to help him. So I put together a package to start out as far as his physical body, but to made sure that he was going to stay in touch with me so I could go deeper into the very cause of it and correct it in the spirit. But he kept telling me that he was going to, for me to trust him, to send the package and he'll send me the money later. And I did that before and he just stole the package. This time I was more aware. Fooled me once, right? And when the money didn't come when he said, I got in touch with the Postal Service and froze the package. And I held it. And then he got on the phone and started talking another language, Lilliputian or something, because he was just shocked he didn't get a chance to rip us off again. And he finally submitted, apologized, and sent me the money, and I released the package. But he didn't stay close to me. He just turned away from me because I told him the particular illness that he had, that the white man had found a cure for it, hepatitis C. That it was incurable. The white man had found a cure for it, and you could take a regimen of injections, and they could cure it. And when I told him that, he got so happy that he was like, F Amun, I don't need you no more. I'm going to the white man. And so he went to the white man. But Anukas called him up today to remind him about class, and he was bedridden and complaining to her that he had contracted cancer. You know, so my heart goes out to him. And I hope you all share, throw some light in blind corners, and will the brother to be healed again. But I think you understand, just like those that walk with me and then turn away, I keep telling them, those of you that believe and then turn away in disbelief, then increase in disbelief. And there is no saving of that soul. But they're stubborn, and some of these beings are reptiles, whether they know it or not. I'm sure they do, but they are reptilians. They're extremely brilliant, they're clever, they're smart, but they're reptiles. Believe what I tell you. These beings are really reptiles, black devils. All right. Now, page 444. And if any man, okay, the real explanation by Yaanuwn. And if anyone wants to hurt these two, Muhammad, Al-Islam, or Moses, Judaism, out of their mouths will come fire to swallow their enemies, being very successful in their respective battles for their homelands, Jerusalem and Mecca. And if anyone wants to harm these two, then it will be necessary for him to be killed like this by fire. Now, another evidence of me, or sign, is you find in YouTube. If you just type in light bright orb ascending and descending over the Aqsa Masjid in Jerusalem. Type on YouTube, light bright orb. That's me. It's called the vehicle, a light vehicle that we travel in, and it came into my bedroom before. It's called a Burak to the Muslims, and they describe it as a white light mule flying, just like when I came as Yahshua HaMashiach, or Jesus the Messiah, in the Jordan as the angel Gabriel. They describe me as a white dove. So people describe our lights as anything that they're familiar with in the time that they lived in, right? But I made the journey, the Magaraj, from Mecca to Jerusalem. And they signify this on cartoons like me flying on a magic carpet. Da 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 da. They're talking about me. And then when I got to the Aqsa Masjid, the Dome of the Rock, I went in and I stood on a rock in the center of the masjid, and my countenance was so heavy and powerful that my footprints, my bare footprints, are still embedded in the stone. Then I shot up all the way through the seven heavens as a ball of light. And then I dropped back down after I got my message on Lailatul Qadr, the night of power. And you can see that being repeated again in 2011 in Jerusalem, right? And there are a lot of people trying to describe that in a lot of different ways. Some being deceptive for their own personal reasons. I don't know, but I'm telling you what that is. Yeah. All right, page 446. These two have the authority to close the Orion skies, to control the forces of nature. So many of you all know that I control hurricanes, etc., so that it won't rain, causing famines and droughts in the days of their prediction. And they also have authority over water to make it become blood, as Moses, also called to Wadadajai, and Thutmose III did in Al-Kim, Kemet, Egypt, and to hit the planet Earth with every plague if they want to. Now that should frighten anybody that even contemplates being rebellious. When you know the Most High is telling you, I can give you AIDS or anything like that, but know that I'm the best friend in the world for you to have because I have the power to take it away, to remove it. So it's not intelligent to want to be my enemy, but to want to be my friend. All right, 448. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. Right translation. And when these two, Muhammad and Moses, have completed their testimony, when the doctrine of real Judaism and Al-Islam has been spread throughout the world, the beast will ascend out of the bottomless pit, raising in power against it and its followers, and will seemingly succeed in suppressing its doctrine in order to conquer and kill these two, Muhammad and Moses' teachings of truth. And this is where you see the GOP and Donald Trump launching a campaign about wake or woke, and they blocking all this certain information and making out that Antifa, that they classify us now as terrorists. Is that ridiculous? Like when Donald Trump spearheaded the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, everybody watched that every day on TV and saw all those hordes of Peckerwoods. That was nothing but white people. That was 100% white people doing that, attacking the Capitol and killing all those police under his orders. But he turned around a couple of days later and said that was Antifa that did the attack on January 6th. I mean, the devil will lie through his teeth and his gums. The devil is sick and pathetic, dripping with lies. 449. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Their dead, here it is the right time, their dead bodies will be discarded in the marketplace of the great city of Babylon, America. So, you know what a modern day Babylon is? It's America. Their dead bodies will be discarded in the marketplace of the great city of New Babylon, America, which is being called a spiritual Sodom and Egypt. The place in which the master of these two was crucified, talking about Yaanuwn, meaning that they teach in America that the Messiah Jesus is the creator God and that he was crucified on the cross. None of that's true. 551, just a tafsir, correct explanation. And all the tribes and kindreds and tongue and Gentile nation of people all over the world will see the suppression of the truth. I was looking at these two bodies for 3.5 days as the truth lay dormant. Everyone left the bodies without burying them in a tomb. While all of this was going on in the USA, the children of the devil will be in Jerusalem ruling. So that's Bibi Netanyahu and them attacking Palestine and doing all that stuff, trying to take over the whole Islamic world, committing murder and atrocities and doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? 452, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. Correct translation. And all they that live on the planet earth will be happy over these two. These people who do not want to follow the laws of El Torah, that's Sabians and all that, and El Quran, will feel liberated. They will feel free to entertain themselves with evils and will celebrate the birth and death of the so-called Christ. And some of them will even send gifts to others, because these two prophets, Moses and Muhammad, news bearers, cause much pain upon those that live on the planet earth because of the strictness of the laws. Now, they got the presence of mind to call Malachi, and they're careful with the word you say. Malachi, Father Babiano, our black Messiah, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a lie, because he said he's not the damn Messiah. That's all there is to it. Page 454. Never was and never will be. And afterward, after the 3.5 days before the real Messiah, that's myself, returns, the living soul from Theos will enter these two, Muhammad and Moses, bringing back the teachings. So they will stand up on their 2 feet, and great fear will fall upon those who look at these two, because they thought they had killed the truth. Well, don't think it, because it's not true. 456. And they, the whole world, heard a supreme voice from the Orion sky saying to these two, ascend up here. And they ascended towards the Orion skies by way of the clouds, and their enemies just looked at them. And Uranus, remember Jesus kept saying, in my Father's house there are many mansions. He was talking about Orion, the star constellation. 458 at the top. And in that hour will be a great earthquake, and the 10th of the city will fall, split off, and sink into the ocean. This earthquake is the magnitude of the great earthquake of California to come. and the many earthquakes since March 29, 1970. So 7,000 names of human beings died from the earthquake, and those who survived but were shivering because they realized their wrongdoings and will repent from their misdeeds, gave glory to Theos of Uranus, the Orion skies, and accepted the truth. And the second plague has passed, and the third plague is coming soon. All right, so now there's a place in here that tells you that the Messiah Jesus came back in the year 2007 in the Injil. I just don't know where it is right now because I have to get to the Holy Tablets. You all get your Holy Tablets, please. Unless you know where the place is I'm talking about, where it says that Jesus returned in the year 2007. These are things that they choose to ignore. You follow me? And the ones that go behind them, they choose to ignore it too, whether they know it or not. They are in league with... Huh?
This is 637. Age 637.
Okay, I love you, son, and you are right. Page 636 of the Injil. Thank you, Zybri.
Of course, love you.
I love you too. 636. Let me know if you're there. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Correct transliteration by Yaanuwn. Here, this is the Holy One's patience. Those who guard the commands of Theos and have faith in the Messiah Jesus. The coming of the final Messiah is a very controversial subject among the world religions. Some say the physical Jesus of 2,000 years ago will return himself in the same body, and that's not true. That would be reincarnation. Reincarnation is a belief of Hinduism, which is taught by Cleophas. Each denomination has their own interpretation of when the Messiah will come, where he will appear, and who he will be coming for. The Jewish world recognize the Messiah, HaMashiach, will come at the end of the world, out of Jerusalem. The Christian world recognizes he will return in the form of their rapture as God. The Orthodox Sunni Muslims are totally confused about the return of the Messiah because they are too wrapped up in worshiping and exalting Muhammad. The Nation of Islam believes W.D. Farad Muhammad is the Allah in the flesh, and the Mahdi and the Messiah, and the Ahmadiyya sect believe Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani to be the Mahdi and the Messiah. Now, the Holy Tabernacle Ministries, this is the truth, recognizes that he will return after the Mahdi. That's me, Ahmed, in 1845 to 1885, and the Reformer, who is Father Yaanuwn, that he will return after Ahmed and Malachi as Yahshua Bar Dawid, which means the Savior, Son of the Beloved, in the year 2007 A.D. All right? Is anybody confused about what they heard so far?
Nope, not at all.
All right.
Not at all.
All right, let's go to the Holy Tablets. Chapter 5, Tablet 6, verse 81. And this was discovered by the young man Ptah and Keeper Amun. We're going to go to chapter 5, tablet 6, verse 81. Let me know when you all are there. You're going to be surprised to find out who Amun is. Very surprised. If you don't have the Holy Tablets, type in Dr. Malachi Z or the Holy Tablets, comma PDF, and it'll pull up. But I gave you all DVDs Go ahead.
The PDF page for that chapter is 488. Who all on the PDF? Page 488.
Okay. That should be the hardback, I think. Page 488. Let me know when you all are there.
I'm there.
There.
All right. All right. Are you there?
Tua, I'm
And
there.
All right.
Tua.
Let's go to verse 81. And Kishar, later known in Kemet as Tephnut, or Kekat, who gave birth to Anu, later known in Kemet, or Egypt, as Amun, or Elilo. So one of my names is Anu, another one of my names is Elilo, or El-Hayu, the life giver, many names, but all of those are Amun. And you give praise to me and my name and all these religions, like Christianity, King James, Revelation 3:14, until the church of the angels of Laodicea write, saying these things, the Amen, faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of God. And if nothing, I am a faithful and true being. Believe that. All right, so let's read that one more time. 81. And Kishar, later known in Kemet as Tephnut, or Keket, who gave birth to Anu, later known in Kemet or Egypt as Amun, or Elilo, and it's spelled the same as me, A-M-U-N, so there's no confusion about that. So Amun, or the Most High, or Anu, are the same one. There's different names for me in different cultures. In Egypt, now in Mesopotamia, they called me Anu, but in Egypt, they called me Amun, Amun-Ra. You understand? Now, if you go to chapter 6, let me see, was it chapter 7? I'm trying to find the place in there. Chapter 7.
So those are cultural equivalencies, right?
Say it again.
So those are cultural equivalencies when they say like the different names of different cultures.
Yeah, that's right. That's all. I'm trying to find a section in the Holy Tablets where that the 19th elder is moved up to the 25th seat and he becomes overseer. So I want to make this very plain to you about Partner Yaanuwn's prayer of Amun, right? About me being the overseer of all praises due to Amun, overseer of the heavens and the earth. Exactly. I want to make sure that these people know what they're doing and they're not just being led by ignorant, evil reptiles, and they know the truth, and I got to put it to them in a way that can't be explained away with technology anymore. But they're going to have to confess to the lie and the lies that they're telling. Okay. I thought that was chapter 7, tablet 1. Let me see. He's talking about the 24 elders. When the one on the 19th seat was his Ahmed, that's my number 19, ascends to the seat of 20 to the 25th seat.
10 minutes.
Huh?
Who was there?
Sit. I didn't hear you. I should have found all these places before class. Because whoever edits this class is going to have to edit out all this dead space.
No, come on first.
Well, anyway, you all remember, do you remember in the Holy Tablets,
No.
where they had to say it again? Anyway, let me tell you what it says. That the elders are there, and the 19th seat is occupied by Ahmed. And in these days, Ahmed will ascend to the 25th seat as overseer, or the head of the 24 elders. or what you refer to as God or the Most High, because there are only 24 elders. So the 25th seat belongs to the overseer, master of the heavens and the earth. Do you understand that? Okay, I found it. Page 663. Page 663. All right? You're going to go to page 653, rather. That's chapter 7, tablet 1, verse 160. Let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
All right. The planes, the plane of divine truth, spiritual perfection and attainment, a plane exempt from all carnal desires, supreme spiritual bliss, is the level of consciousness, which is the daily expression of those you call the ranks of angelic beings, Kohen, Zodiac priest, the 23 elders, Atatriel, Anaviel, Azabuga, Beriuel, Kemuel, Galiel, Galgaliel, Haniel, Uphuel, Jehuel, Madeline, Raguel, Quadison, Radiariel, Razuel, Rikbiel, Mahi, Samuel, Yaanuwn, Suriel, Yepathia, Zagzagal, and Sandalphon. The 24th and 20th seat is open to all the news bearers, right? And the 25th is the one of the 24 who takes the seat of overseer, right? Let me read 171 again, so you remember the prayer of Amun. Amun is the overseer of the heavens and the earth. 171, and the 25th is the one of the 24 who takes the seat of overseer. As the 19th, that's my seat, becomes the 25th, and the renewal of history, which takes place every equinox, every 25,000 years, Anu or Amun incarnates. Every 25,000 years, God comes back. So is that clear to you all?
Cool.
Right here. Okay, let me read it again.
I got a question.
I'll do my best. Your question?
The question is, when every 25 years, when you come back,
25,000 years.
Same beings. Every 25,000 years, when you come back, do they still be are the same beings be back too, or different beings?
Yeah,
be back?
but not in the physical body. We incarnate in the spirit into a different physical body.
Oh, same spirit but different body.
Yes. Like, now the angel Michael, he comes back every time. Right? His battery is popping up in the stay. But I've incarnated at least 3 times, right? Which can be evidenced in chapter 6 of the Holy Tablets. Go to chapter 6, I'll tell you where. Can somebody tell me what he got? Michael, the angel Michael, and all that. Suphanum and the flood. Okay. That'll be. We'll go to page 473, verse 168. Chapter 6, tablet 4, verse 168. And I'll read 168. And afterward, in the last generation, that's now, there will be another Melchizedek. That's the same angel Michael incarnating in a different physical body. He's the first of 12 elders, right? And I'm the last of those elders. 169. And the last will be head of all. That's the overseer, the 25th seat, Amun. And the last will be head of all, a great archpriest, the word and power of Anu, who will perform miracles greater and more glorious than all the ones before him, than all the previous ones. You understand that?
Sure.
All right. And then we'll go to page 475. Verse 212, that's chapter 6, tablet 4, verse 112. Or 211, rather. Verse 211, that's chapter 6, tablet 4, verse 211. Who's there? It's page 475 in the softback.
I'm there.
527 in the PDF.
Okay, thank you. Anu, Ilion, El, at 211. Anu, Ilion, El, who is Allah, the Almighty Creator, also Amun, right? Open the doors of the heavens. Rain came onto earth for 150 days, and the earth also did burst us under, spitting forth much water, and all flesh died. And when the fisherman was in the year 500, he fathered triplets. That is 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth by Naamah, and 1 year before that, Rhea was born to Wa'ala. Now here it is, the significance of our keep reincarnating. And after the deluge, did Melchizedek come to earth again? That means the angel Michael is back again in a different body, and headed the priesthood to initiate Abraham in the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek. And he didn't die like Ahmed, he departed. Then again, he returned for the initiation of Moses and his brother Aaron. Then he departed again. Then again, he came back for Yahshua, Jesus. Then again, he came back for Ahmed, the Mahdi, right? Then again, for Ahmed with the Quran, that brought the Quran, he came back, Then again for Al-Mahdi, that was Muhammad Ahmed of Kordofan that wrote the Ratib. In the last day, he shall incarnate to seal up the lives and reveal all the facts, right? And I told you all about the leader, Ahmed. I think that was chapter 11. In order for me to show you all everything I need to show you, this might have to be a kind of extended class. Well, I can't show you everything, but I can show you enough to stop that bullshitting. I can stop that. I can bring that to a screeching halt. Or they just gonna have to ignore. You have to keep on steering them away from me, tell them to stay away from me. Chapter 11, tablet 30, is it? 976. Yes. Page 976 in the softback. That's chapter 11, tablet 30. The glorification of Michael. Because he said in chapter 6, let the leader bring out all things seen and unseen. I'll tell you the significance of that. I was at home on the computer, and Khadijah, my then mate, or her demon as, called me from the right stuff. Malachi called, and he usually calls me at home, but he called the bookstore, the furniture clothing store. And she said, Ahmed, it's Malachi on the phone. So I went out there, and he was giving me instructions real fast. Where to go in time, get this, this, that, the other. And I was real busy, so I said, Nintu Hotep is out there. And boy, I had to hold the phone. He almost bust my eardrums. He said, Nintu Hotep, he is not a leader. I said, okay. And then I had to go and do it. But the glorification of Michael, I hope that don't raise no scales. Lo, Zach. Yes.
I just want to let everybody know who got the PDF is on page 1025.
Okay. The glorification of Michael. Lo, Zach, accursed be him, Halal, in the very hour that the Anunnaki returned to the throne. When this hour of creation had ended, the Anunnaki ascended the throne, and the Arch Anunnaki went and stood beside him. and a crescent in front of the throne. 7 in number, Michael, son of Enki, and Damkina, Gabriel, son of Raphael, and Zamael, Raphael, son of Aquipael, and Piquael, and Israel, Anu, and Id. Uziel, Uriel, son of Azariel, and Rapikiel, the 7 Anunnaki. Michael sat at the feet of Elion, Elion, El, and the splendor of his glory fell upon him. Perfection and purity, wisdom and love, the like of which only Elion, Elion, El has. Elion, Elion, El said, in thy name, O Michael, do I now find the cessation of the kingdom of Malachut shall it be, the realm between me and Zachar. As long as male and female living beings shall break forth hairs unto me, this kingdom shall not cease to glorify thee. Verse 10, let the leader, Atman, son of Absalom, approach the throne. Then the end is near. Okay? So I'm also the two witnesses. I'm the leader. I wear a lot of different crowns. But it told you in the Bible that he rides a white horse with a scepter dipped in blood. He wears many crowns and a name written on his vesture, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and all that. You know what I mean? Now, if you go to chapter 19, and they'll claim that put the holy tablets down because it's too old-fashioned, while they keep on quoting from King James Bible, so you know that's straight bullshit right there, right? This is our scripture. You can't throw that away and keep clinging to King James. You're being niggardly again. And you can look at the two pictures in the end of the holy tablets, where you can see Imam Issa or Malachi, the elders coming down from Samawati or the heavens to the earth with the children. And then on the last picture, you can see me, Muhammad, standing in the middle with a vortex going up to the crystal city, and Sananda or Jesus leading all those people, the 144,000 gowned in white, up to the crystal city. A picture's worth 1,000 words, they say. Okay, now we're going to chapter 19, tablet 6, verse 313. That's page 1648 in the softback.
Sure.
All right. Behold, the Son of Righteousness stands before you with the scroll of Malachi. That's Malachi himself, the angel. That rebukes the liars for their transgressions. And who will prepare the way for the Messiah. Now, is he the Messiah or preparing the way for the Messiah?
He's preparing the way.
Preparing the way for the Messiah. So they need to stop that damn nigger lying, them black reptiles. Fooling all these people. They leading people to hell. 315. Yes.
It's. I was just going to add on 1642, verse 165 also states that he's the preparer, not the Messiah.
Huh?
On page 1642 at the top.
Okay.
Verse 165.
Okay, I'm going to that.
Okay.
I love you. No, I love you. Verse 312. Okay, no, 313. Behold, the Son of Righteousness stands before you with the scroll of Malachi that rebukes the liars for their transgressions. And who will prepare the way for the Messiah? By turning the hearts of the fathers to the sons and the sons to the father. Or else I, Malachi, will strike the earth with utter destruction. Now you are ready to move on towards the next level and ready to accept what I was giving you originally. A teaching that none can stand against. You were the meek that are here to dumbfound the wise. And so we are at the beginning again with Sufi and Peasants, only now we are Sufi under the Amun, the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, the beginning of their end. You can't be fooled by any religious doctrines of any kind. No, not nowadays. You have your first tool, this holy tablet, not someone else's interpretation like King James. Your own scripture that will dispel all the lies, causing all false things to perish, making the truth come to light. All right? Now we'll go to verse 165, chapter 19, chapter 6, verse 165. Let me know when you're there. That's page 1642 in the softback. Chapter 19, tablet 6, verse 165. You got to just move back a couple of pages from where you were at. Let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
All right. It is my voice that roars. This is Malachi talking. It is the angel Michael. It is my voice that roars with the sound of many waters, saying these things. I say unto you, who are faithful and true, I am the Melchizedek of all the holy prophets. Allah has sent me to give good tidings, to prepare the way for HaMashiach, or El-Mashi, the real Messiah, and to show you things which must shortly come to pass, and prepare a way straight for him. For I have declared it in my very own scroll, the scroll of Malachi. All right? Now if you go to chapter 6, now I'll go to page 555, chapter 6, tablet 10, verse 87, 550. Page 550. And I'm skirting these things, but I'm giving you areas where you can go and read before and after to do the deep research. But you're going to come up with the reality. I am the real Messiah. I am the only Messiah, and it's your time to stop listening to these reptiles. They have a purpose, which is to lead you to the flame gracious. They are rebellious, and this truth knocks their scales backwards.
What verse?
87. Chapter 6, tablet 10, verse 87. All right, let's go to verse 86. One verse back. You there, sister? In London?
Yes, I am.
All right. Finally, in the lunar logging of the 1973rd year, that's 1973, of the Gregorian calendar, I was summoned, that's Malachi, was summoned to take his journey. I was told to go to the Sudan, and then once there, I was told to go to the Grand Temple in Khartoum and seek a human being by the name of Mahmoud. Now, I know that's real because I have on a ring that he brought back to me in his Jalabia pocket and left for me in some things for Sahar to give to me. She said, when I give you this ring, you'll remember. But I didn't. Then he left a pamphlet hanging on the door with thick yarn. It was Muhammad Ahmed, the only true Mahdi. She said to give you this book, and when you saw that, you would certainly remember, but I didn't, right? I was told that his name would be Mahmoud, for he belonged to the final part of the three Mims, of the name Muhammad. Ahmed, number one, before the prophet actually came. Muhammad, son of Abdullah and Amina, two, when he was here, and Mahmoud when he had finished his mission. That is Ahmed in prophecy, Muhammad in birth, and Mahmoud in the end. I am the three Mims. Ahmed in birth, Muhammad in prophecy, and Mahmoud in the end. The three Mims, right? So, I need to take you, where's that place where Gabriel kept talking? Cabinets. He was arguing with Ahmed about he didn't know him and all that. It's where the Most High was saying he is the three Mims. Look deep into this light, and you see three Mims. When Jibril kept saying, I don't remember you, Ahmed, and all that. Or I came to you and I gave you this and I gave you that.
Okay, that's on 576.
I see it. Thank you. I just arrived at that. Okay. That's page 576 in the softback. And we'll go to verse 144. Chapter 6, tablet 14. Verse 144. Page 576 in the softback. Chapter 6, tablet 14. verse 144. And I'll read. Then Ahmed said, speaking to Gabriel, right? I have never seen you before, nor heard your many names. I've not seen you at all. Gabriel asked, Allah the Most High told me to say this to you. Did he? Have you seen Allah the Most High? Asked Ahmed. No, I have not seen Allah the Most High. I have, though I have. How can you tell me what Allah the Most High has said? How can I accept it? I have not seen you before, and I do not accept the words which you bring me now. I would not accept the words of one who has not seen Allah the Most High, and I have never seen you. Gabriel was shocked. You have not seen me earlier, but I, the I principle, I brought you so much. Now I have not seen you, but I am Gabriel. I have not seen you. I do not accept you. You have not seen Allah the Most High, so how can you know Allah the Most High's words? How can I accept what you say? Gabriel went back and complained before the throne of Allah the Most High with tears. Ahmed said he has not seen me before. I brought the signs. I brought him the seal. I have the seal, the ring on my finger now. But he did not accept it. He asked me if I had seen Allah the Most High, and I said that I have not seen you. He said that if I have never seen you before, that he could not accept the word of one who had not seen Allah the Most High. Gabriel then asked, O Allah the Most High, Ya Rabbi, O Sustainer, what shall I do at this point? Allah the Most High said, Verily, look at the wall of the soul. Then the wall of the soul opened, 1,000 veils, and an indescribable veil was there. Its description has no limit. All the divine rays radiated from the veil, and the second veil was behind it. Green lights were illuminating and radiating from it. None of the rays of this green light could describe the powerful light of each piercing ray penetrated from this world to the world of the souls. Then the third veil opened. It was an emerald green, with pulsating light beams spreading coolness everywhere. Then the fourth veil opened, and the brilliance was there. It is impossible to speak about the light, for from it came a vibration, a sound. The sound came from the light. And that's reminiscent of when I went to see him when I was 30 years old, the numerical value of the letter Lamb. I was in Brooklyn. I had just taken my Shahada, and we were in the back room praying, and I heard the Illuminati singing over the intercom, and when I went down to sujood and prostration, we did, I raised back up and Jal sat, and the room was gone. It was all light, and I was scared to move. And he told me, don't worry, things like that happen around here all the time. But I was scared to move. I didn't know where I was, up, down, and it happened to me right here on my front lawn one night with Anukas. I was teaching outside in the dark, and I just lit up. My aura and everything shone bright for me in the dark. And Hotep came out of the house through the screen porch, and he saw the same thing. Do y'all bear witness to that? Quickly.
Yes, I do, very, very vividly. And I thought he was teasing me for a minute because he was standing right in front of me where he would not move one step further.
Yeah, when I went around that bush, I turned into that milky phone. I was in that light again, just like what he's talking about right here. Okay, 155. Please use the phone. Not down. Then the third veil opened. It was an emerald green with pulsating light beams spreading coolness everywhere. Then the fourth veil opened, and the brilliance was there. It is impossible to speak about the light, for from it came a vibration, a sound, the sound. That's what I heard in Brooklyn from the light, the Ayin principle. So go say this. Go tell Ahmed. Look how he does with time back and forth. That was the sound light, that I heard in Brooklyn, right? When Gabriel looked, he could faintly make out an image emanating from the light. Gabriel asked, who are you? Now he's at the throne of Elyon El, Anu, and that light, and he sees some movement in there, and he asks, who are you? Gabriel asks, who are you? Al-Hayu, that's the life giver, he said. Yah El Hayu are wonderful words. Yah is praise, and Hayu is life, period. Al-Qidar, Al-Qidar. And I think he's one of the three members as well. They are secret words. Among some of the words, they are secrets, says the voice. Then Allah, the Most High, asked, did you see what that was, Gabriel? Did you see who it is? I am the light. The light I am. I am who I am. Here as for air. Yahuwah. They are not two, but one. This form is the Da'at, the grace. It is within me, and I am within it. It is the completeness which is illuminating the sounds. I do not speak, it speaks. I exist within it, and it exists within it, and it exists within me. I speak my words, and I speak its words. I explain things to my creation through this light. The one who is there, that's what y'all right now, and the one who is here are one. And that's how Yaanuwn ends up his letters with me many times. Alfred, you and I are one. The one who is there and the one who is here are one. Looking deep into this light, you see three Mims. Aphon in birth, Muhammad in prophecy, and Mahmud in the end. That's your life giver, that's your creator, that's your Most High. So now, you mad because I'm the Messiah? Well, I guess you go explode in internal combustion when you find out who I really am, huh? But I tell you what, those of you that's trying to get right, you better come to me. You better go read, count one, and count them not. Now, for those of you that's naming this class, name this class, the inescapable proof of who Amun and Yaanuwn are. The inescapable proof of who Amun and Yaanuwn are. I love y'all. And I mean that with all my heart. Look, it says that I can perform miracles. Let's go outside and move some stars right quick. Who's going to be the first one to tell me what they see in the sky? What about London, Africa? Where you at? Virginia, Texas, Florida, D.C. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then who sees stars outside? I'll tell you now, I'm tired of. It's what now?
It's Aaron in Chicago. I see a few.
Okay, all right. Aaron, I'm glad to hear your tone. Bless you, son. Stay closer to me. I need to talk to you in heart. I got personally. All right. Okay. To that star you see, we're going to move that star up in the name of the Messiah. Just tell me what you see. It's wobbling.
It's going up. It's going up.
Yeah, it is going up.
I seen the shooting star, Messiah.
It's wobbling up too. I see it.
Yeah, it is wobbling up. I love you all to bear witness. All right, now drop down in the name of Amun.
It's dropping.
Dropping down.
Yeah. Now I'm going to make it go clockwise in a circle, but I'm going to make it blink while it's going in a circle. Watch it blink and bear witness.
I see it blink. I see it flickering.
Blinking.
It was moving clockwise before you said it too.
Yeah.
It's moving fast, Messiah.
Yeah, and it's blinking.
It's going clockwise. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I want to make sure that y'all know that it's really me. Don't doubt it. I'm serious. And these poor clowns that walk with me and then turn away, they have much to fear. I love you all. Nitir authority, Amun-Rayay, Asa, the real Messiah.